Hello everyone and welcome back to LRL. We are here for the second round of Season 4 at the Spanish Grand Prix. We are here for, round 2, I've had to repeat that. But here we go now. We're back. Um, so, yeah, we're back after a week's, just after a week, but yeah. Oh, a couple people leaving. Hopefully everyone will be fine. But we've only have 10 drivers currently at the moment, but, wait, how many people are leaving? What's going on here? If someone has, am I disconnected or has something else happened? Let me have a quick look. 1 second, please. So it turns out we're doing another lobby, so yeah. Oh. But yeah, we'll be back in just a second. Hello everyone. Sorry about the restart. Just had to get everything all sorted out now. I do have everything's all sorted, but yeah, we're back. for the second round of the LRL season in Season 4. But yeah, we're supposed to have 12 drivers today. I think we're only doing short qualifying. Yeah, we are. So yeah, we'll have a quick run through in just a second. We'll just make sure. Oh, I've got hiccups now. Jeez. But yeah, if you have missed the first round, there's a live stream still on there. But yeah, J Repo 11 was the victor, the first ever console winner on of LRL and winner for the Williams team. But yeah, I think the one to look out for is definitely Keta, because if it wasn't on 10 LTs, he would have won that race. But let's have a run through of who is. Let me just make sure that's all fine. There we go. Let's have a look who we got. So we got Pat in the Ferrari, Sharon Osborne in the Alpine, DJ Rin in the Red Bull, Baz in the Alpha, Keta in the Aston Martin, Wax. Oh my goodness me, I've bottled it once again. I was pronouncing it earlier on, but now I've bottled it. We got Mr. Moritz in the McLaren, we got the White Panther in the Mercedes, we got Real Newmeister in the Aston Martin, J Repo and Blaze both in the Williams cars, and Billy Boy, reserve driver, in the Mercedes. Let's see who we got out on track first. It is the AlphaTauri. Let's see what he can do. Someone we definitely have to keep an eye on, a very quick driver. But it's out first in qualifying on the soft compound tyres, so no need refrun like medium hards, whatever, especially in qualifying at this point. But yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. Deeren has left the session. That is not very good. But hopefully he'll be back in just a minute. But yeah, I hope everything's all good. So I'm sorry for any stutters on the screen. I can't really do much about it at this moment in time. But yeah. Yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to happen today of this amazing Grand Prix? A little bit wide there on the grass, but should be all fine. Let's see now. Who else is out of the pits? Baz is on the pit lane. Sharon Osborne's on the pits. Moritz, J Repo, Blaze is out on the pits. The White Panther and both Big Boy and the Panther are both out of the pit. We're going to have a look at the AlphaTauri, the sole AlphaTauri at this moment in time. See what he can do in his hot lap. If my chat dies, I'm sorry. My battery on my iPad's running low, which I'm using for the chat. But yeah, let's see what he can do. Heading down into the last two corners now, getting loads of tyre temperatures, exactly what he wants. Let's see what he's gonna do on this first hot lap. Let's see, heading down into turn 1, opening up the DRS, very long run down to turn 1. I think very long run. Well, it's quite underrated to be truthful. Yeah, just going down to turn 1. Let's see now, braking, heading down, getting quite nice apex for the first and second bit. Obviously, don't use too much of the curb. Then hang down up through turn 3. We want to keep as tight a line as possible without us, well, at least not running out of track, and definitely don't want to lift up the throttle. Right to out of the track at 22.0 the first sector. Obviously, we'll see how good that is with the current track conditions. But let's see, heading down into turn 5, the car nicely rotated and using all the track on the outside, and heading down through the turn 6 kink, then into turn 7 and 8. Very hard chicane. Be careful on the curb on the outside. He does ride it, but keeps it beautifully. Exactly what he wants. Heading down into turn 9, a very fast corner. Does not invalidate. Heading down into turn 10, into the final sector now. It's going to be a 51.6. Holds fastest at this moment in time. Using most of the track on turn 10, but getting the car nicely turned to the outside once again for turn 11. And heading down into turn 12, turn 13, sorry. And then turns 14 and 15, the tight chicane. And using not loads of the curb, but that's not what you want. Don't use the shots of curb. And now out of 16, looks to be quite a nice lap time. Let's see what's going to be across the line now. And it's going to be a 17.7. That is the benchmark. And let's see who is going to catch it. I think it's Morris, the next one now. A very nice helmet design, just want to say. It's a bit like Lando Norris, but obviously not using that prefab, so pretty nice. But let's see what you can do across the line now. It's only a 19.4. Not very representative currently at this point in time. Who else is out on track? Billy Boy is out on track with, once again, a quite nice pellet. Yeah, I like that design, actually. Now heading up through the top of the track, you see Baz goes P2 with a 17.7 as well, a little bit behind. Blaze is 18.7, not as representative, I don't think. Maybe we'll caught some traffic, so let's see what you can do, Billy Boy. Getting very nicely through chicane, exactly what he wants. Using second gear, red light is flashing at this moment in time, so he's out of battery. Let's see across the line now. It's only third place 17.9, so definitely competitive at this moment in time. Now let's have a look. Who else could we keep an eye out? Real Newmeister is on the lap time, and Pat goes fastest with 17.7. No, it's 5, sorry. That is a good lap time currently, but it's the fastest at this moment in time, of course. Loads of drivers going in for their in-laps. Last week's winner, J Repo, 11 a little moment coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. Kept it very nicely indeed. Only 3 drivers in the pitch, DJ Rune, Keta, and the White Panther. It's 22-1 first sector. Let's see if you can improve on that through the middle sector. Oh, that was very quick through there, and Mercedes gets out of the way. So luckily, yeah. Let's have a look at what's he going to do throughout the middle sector. Really chucking the car room. Using all the curb. He is really committed on this lap. Using all the track on the outside, getting the car nicely turned in. No running out on track limits, so that is good. I don't think we'll have any cars in front of him. There's Aston Martin actually, but not too far. 51.3, which is definitely... I'm not sure if it's the quickest we've seen. Still quite quick, definitely. Now heading down into the last sector. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Using all the track on the outside, get the car flick through. Then going to brake about where the curb starts, get the car all the way over the curb. Not using all the second one, running out a bit wide. Let's see what he's going to do across the line. It's Real Newmeister goes faster with 17.2. And let's see what he could do. 17.1 from Joe Repo. Goes fastest by about half a tenth of a second. That is what we want to see. And let's see now. Oh, Kess is out on track at this moment in time. Definitely definitely the class of the field in Australia. Just got unlucky with time penalties. Could have definitely won that race, but Joe Repo kept it nice and clean. So still finished P2. Let's see what he can do in the Aston Martin. Very nice helmet design. Loads to go through now. But let's see what he's going to be able to do. Can anyone else on lap time? No, Sharon is not. And obviously top 2 have just completed laps, so no one at the moment. But both Dieter and Pampa still in the pit lane, so imagine going out a bit later on, maybe trying to save a set of soft tyres, maybe. Let's see now, heading down into, well, out of the final corner, opening up the DRS. Let's see what he can do. Let's go and ride on board with him. If I can find the right button, there we go. Heading down into turn 1. Let's see how much of the curb on the outside he's going to use. He's going to use quite a bit of it. Gets the car nicely turned in third gear. And using not as much the curbs other drivers did of turn 2. Just keeping it nice and smooth through turn 3 now. Make sure you don't run off wide. That is very nice through there. And let's see what it is across the first sector point. It's a 21.9, which I think is fastest overall. Very good first sector from Keta, nice and smooth. And let's see now, heading down into turn 5. Little bit of a lock-up, I think. Keeps the car nicely turned in. He's more track on the outside. Now heading down for the turn 6, kink into turn 7 and 8. Braking just after the curb starts, get the car nicely turned in. Very, very nice through there. That's exactly what we want. Heading up the hill at turn 9. Heading down into turn 10. Let's see what's going to be the sector point. It's going to be a 51.2, which I don't think is fastest. Never go down through turn 10 and 11. Really one very fast corner into turn 12. Getting the car nicely slowed down right on the apex and holding the corner inside very nicely. And you go into turn 13. But it's going to be 14 and 15. Let's see what he's going to do. Really using the curb on the entrance. Not using it on the exit though. Exactly what we want to do. And now across the line now. What's it going to be? It's a very good lap so far. Let's see what it is across the line now. It's a 16.8. Puts him fastest overall. What a lap from Kessa. That's going to be a benchmark to beat. About 0.3 of a second faster than anyone else. This is going to be quite a challenge. And we can see the White Panther out on track at this moment in time. With Blaze as well. Let's see what they both can do. That's going to be a monumental lap time for anyone to beat at this point. But anyone can do it. But let's see what can happen. Now, I've just obviously got to wait for these two. I think there is... Who is that? I think it's Blaze in front of him. Yes, it is Blaze in the Williams car, the 99 Williams. Let's see what he's going to do. We'll watch him for now, just because he's on the first one on the lap. And we'll keep an eye on Panther later on. Now, heading out into the last corner now. 18.7, definitely some time to find, but let's see what you can do. Heading down into turn 1. Let's see now, heading right to the outside of the track. Braking about the grey mark point, getting the car nicely turned in actually, so good for him. Not using the curb though, so it did cost him time, definitely. Maybe just didn't turn in well enough, but let's see. Up the hill now. He's got, may heavily find some improvement, will he? Let's have a look. Yes, 2 cents improvement. That's what he wants. So now heading down into turn 5. Let's see what's going to be braking on the curb. Get the car right to the outside of the track. We're almost on the grass there. Not using the curb on the exit though. So definitely a little bit of time for you there. And let's see now heading up into turn 7 and 8. A little bit wide for the first bit, but nicely through the second bit, so wouldn't lost loads of time at all. Not using all the curb on the outside, a little bit of under rotation out of turn 9, sorry. Heading down into turn 10, will it be any more improvement? Let's see, half a second up. That is what he wants. That should put him around P6, 7 area. So this is going to be a good lap if he can hold it through the last couple of corners. Heading up the hill now, nice and smooth. Now let's see what he's going to do. Getting the car turned in now into the final chicane. Let's see, there's a car in front of him, but shouldn't get in this way, I don't think. Nope. And heading out to the final corner now. Make sure just keep it clean. Looks clean. Let's see, but it should be an improvement now. And it's an 18.2. I thought it was going to be a bit more than that, but yeah. Let's see now. As the White Panther goes P5 with 17.7. So about almost, well, about 9 tenths off. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button again. I shouldn't have done that. But it's only a screenshot, it's fine. We see Real New Meister now. I think going for a slow lap now. Let's see what he can do now. Heading out the final corner, opening up the DRS. Let's see what's going to be. Well, it's 17.2 it says, but I think that's what his original lap time was, maybe? Maybe I might be wrong. Let's have a look what he does into turn 1. Let's see if he's pushing. Yeah, I think he is pushing. Let's see what he's going to be able to do now. Out of the first couple of corners. A little bit of a wobble there, I think, on the curb. He's really keeping it tight, which might work out for him. Let's see, 1/10 improvement, which could put him up round on the front row at this moment in time. But let's see what you can do for the next couple of corners. We'll need to find about 4, maybe 5 tenths of a second to get ahead of Kessa and maybe have a shot at pole position. But he is a really quick driver, so let's see. Can he resurf his teammate? Using all the curb on the outside, that is basically perfect almost, you know. Just not using that sausage curb. But could you maybe use a bit more out of turn 9, but just not using it? Only about the same 10th improvement, so he's going to find a lot of time for the last sector to have any shot at getting ahead of Ketta. But he could get ahead of J Repo in the Williams car. Let's see now what he's going to be able to do. A couple more corners left to go. Get the car all right to the outside of the track. That is committed, and let's see all the curb for the first bit, not for the second bit. Now let's see, no invalidations. It should be a good lap time. Should be an improvement, hopefully. Let's see what it's going to be. A cross line now. Puts him on the front row. 17.0. Good lap, but still quite a bit off 3 tenths off Kessa. So that is one mighty time for Kessa, and will anyone be able to beat it? And you see G Repo now half tenth up on his personal best. He will need to find a little bit more to able to get back onto the front row. But he can do it, I think. If he can just hold it through. Oh, goes a bit deep, though. But that is quite nice with the second bit. And you get to get a little bit of switching from the Alpine in front. Let's see what it's going to be across the line now. And it's going to be, yes, a 16.9. The second driver into the 16s. A very good lap. Half tenth off Kessa, though. But let's see if he can get any more improvement in that. Let's have a look. Who else is out there? Panther, a little bit up on his personal best. But let's see what he can do out of the last 2 corners. Although he is flashing his red light. So let's see, will that compromise him out of these last couple of corners now? And he does have Alpha in front of him. Let's see, how much will this cost him? I'm into the last couple of corners now. A little bit of a correction. Could have maybe kept the car a bit more of a straight line. So effective brakes out, and he goes into the pit lane now. I think he lost time. Yeah, he definitely lost time there. Yeah, and Baz goes into the pit lane now. Sharon's 1 more attempt up through sectors 1, looks like. Yeah, heading into sector 2 now, while heading up the hill. Let's see what he can do in the Alpine car. Let's see. What's it going to be? 3 temps up. I thought it was going to be a bit more than that, but he's a bit further down. But let's see what he can do, though. Get the car nicely turned in. Up the hill. Let's see. Will he find some more time? Could be. If he finds a big chunk of time, maybe he made a mistake in his previous lap. Let's see. He is quite a quick driver when he gets his head down to it. But let's see now. Oh, a little bit of understeer out of the final bit of the chicane. But let's see now. Out to the final corner. What's going to be across the line now? Only P9 for the Alpine driver. Only ahead of Blaze by a couple hundreds, about 100 per second or so. But Sharon has left the session though, so that is not ideal. Let's see what will happen now. You see the White Panther is now exiting the pit lane now. I think it's going to be the first one out to go for their final runs at this point. Let's see what he can do in the Mercedes car. Sorry. Oh, AT has joined, actually. Yes, AT is going to be racing with us, the Red Bull team principal. So if he joins quickly, he could get that final run in. So he could maybe get off the back of the grid, but it's not going to be ideal for him. But if you know AT's going to try his hardest, you know, he's gonna push. But of course, only time will tell. Let's see now. I'm a bit commissioned through this outlap, but someone else to keep an eye on is Moritz, who has set a lap time, but it's quite not very representative currently. Maybe just struggling with pace at this moment in time, but we'll see. Hopefully he can get quite a bit more time. But he can find some time, definitely, I think, but we'll have to wait and see. Now let's see who we're going to wait for. As Kessa exits the pit lane now, and still a couple of drivers of the AlphaTauri exit the pit lane now, but I think Panther will be the first one to start his final lap. Now let's see. Now is that, well, going a bit early though for these guys, I think. Maybe they want to go for 2 runs, maybe. Or just be careful. But let's see. Heading into the last couple of corners now. Let's see what the White Panther can do out of the final corner. It's going to need some time. He needs almost a second to be able to challenge for pole. But even if he finds a couple of attempts, he could still be challenging for like P5, P4. But let's see now. You see his teammate Billy Boy is holding up the Red Bull behind him. But let's see now. Oh, a bit wider. Oh, he spun. Has he kept up the wall? I think he has just. But yes, I think he has. If he doesn't have damage, he can go again. But that is not ideal at all for the man in the Mercedes car. He does have time. It just depends. Does he have damage? Now, let's see now. Moritz with the next driver to start his lap. Now, and you see the Aston Martin exit the pit lane now. Stays out of his way. Let's see what he can do heading down into turn 1. Braking at the exact point about where you want to be. Nice over the curb. Let's see what time he can find through the first sector. Or if he can at this point in time. Let's see. Heading up the hill now. What's it going to be? About 400 improvement. But yeah. Let's see now. Sharon has played Rust. That is not F1. Sharon has given up on it. But I hope not. Let's see what he can do. Now heading up through turns 7 and 8. Let's see. Ooh, I thought he was going to spin there for a second, but luckily he did not. Heading up through a little bit wide of the apex, but not running too wide. Not many track limit issues, I don't think, so far. But let's see now, heading down, just 2 turns improvement. That is good, but still need to find quite a bit of time. Oh, he's invalidated though, just a bit too wide out of turn 10. But unfortunate for him. But now the next car, who is it? I think who is it? I think it's Baz. Yes, it is Baz heading down into the last sector now. Let's see what Baz can do. Going into the last couple corners, Moritz gets out of his way. I thought there was going to be a collision there, but luckily not. And let's see now what he can do out of the last 2 corners. Now 1 more to go. Getting a bit of a slipstream, I think, from the Aston Martin in front. Let's see if he can make an improvement. Let's see, and it is up to P6. 3.5 tenths improvement, so a good lap. But just a little bit off, and we see... Oh, I think a spin for the AlphaTauri. Oh, I thought that was going to be a ghost lap. It was going to be a horrendous accident between him and Pat. He's gone a bit under the radar, though, but still very good performance from Pat at this moment in time. Let's see, will he be able to find some more time into the last couple of corners now? Let's see. Anything now? I don't think maybe? Let's have a look. Cross the line. Now a 10th improvement. Good, but still not amazing. That's his last run. And we're going to see now Kessa heading into the first couple of corners now. Let's see what he can do at this moment in time. I think he went for another run, but he didn't improve maybe. But let's see what he can do. There's a yellow flag. Who is that? Is that one of the Mercedes? It's White Panther, I think, slowing down. Oh, let's have a look at Billy Boy, though. Coming out the final corner now. Let's see what he can do. Can he get off of P8? Get some slipstream from the Red Bull in front. Up to P6, half 10th improvement. Good. No, half second improvement. I'm losing my voice again. But a good lap time from the Mercedes driver. But that is going to be it for him. Unless he goes for another lap again, which I don't think he will. Let's see now. White Panther coming into pit lane now. That is it. P8 is going to be the best for the Panther. Now let's see now. Rooney-Meister goes up to P2. A 2-tenth improvement right behind his teammate. Now Kessa is 1.5 tenths up. Let's see what we can do. If he can hold it for the last couple of corners now, he could be on for a second pole position in a row. Let's see what we can do into the last couple of corners. Oh, a little bit of correction there. A little bit too early in the power, I think. Really committing through the chicane. Let's see what he can do. Sharon as well. As J Reaper goes up to a 16.7. Can Kessa beat it? Let's see. No! He's lost time. J Repo will be on pole unless someone can beat him. Pat, I don't think will beat the time. No, he will not. What about the AlphaTauri? No, I don't think he will. Let's see. No, it's not. Billy Boy is still not on the lap time. Blaze is invalidated, and DJ Rune. Let's see what DJ Rune can do. I don't think it's going to be. Let's have a look. Did say 5 seconds down, but I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. But let's see. he could be he's the only one at this moment in time, but he's going to have to find something mega out the bag if he's going to do anything. I don't think so, no. It's going to be Jerry Repo on pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix. Books a lap, thinking I thought Kessler was going to dominate that from that first run, but no. Kessler made that mistake just out in the last sector, but it's well done for him. Jerry Repo is on pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix. Wow. Quite an intense qualifying session. Not going to lie, but yeah. Let's see now. But Joe Rupert is on his own, though. His teammate Blaze down in P9. So he's going to be up against 2 Aston Martins, who could slipstream into turn 1 if they play it strategically. But let's see. But still, exactly what Joe Rupert needed. After that, after the win in Australia, just coming back once again with that pole position, taking it away from Kessler, who's been in class of the field in qualifying in last race as well, and just overall in this game. So here's your grid now: J Repo on pole position, followed by Kessler, the Real Doom-Meister, Pat, Buax, Billy Boy, Baz, the White Panther, Blaze, Sharon Osborne, and DJ Rune, and following at the back will be Moritz. So we'll see you in just a minute for this amazing Grand Prix, 30 laps around the Spanish Grand Prix. See you in just a minute. Hello guys, sorry, I thought that break was going to be a bit longer, but I think someone has readied up. But yeah, let's have a look now. What is going to happen with this grid? Just waiting, I think, for everyone to get sorted. Let's have a look. What will the grid be? Let's see. Yes, it's still obviously same grid. No penalties, I don't think. 80 though has joined the session. He will be starting last. Let's see what he can do. Let's have a look now at the tyres. Let's have a look. Oh, what happened there? J Reaper has spun out, and both Keta and J Reaper have been disqualified from the formation lap. That is not ideal for neither of them. All drivers though are starting on the medium compounded tyre, but that is not. I mean, that is not what I was thinking. But yeah, that's not good thing. AT has left the session though. That is not good for him. J Reaper has left the session as well. Oh, your pole sitter has left the session. This is hopefully a Real Newmeister has left the session. Maybe there might be something going on, maybe a restart, possibly. Let's have a look. Other drivers are leaving the session, though. AT is all the way up. Baz has left the session. I think we might be doing a restart. Let's see what will happen. Let's keep an eye out, though, just in case something else happens. If Kessler leaves, I imagine we are doing a restart. But let's see. This is not ideal for quite a few drivers. The White Panther has left the session as well. I think we are doing a session restart. Just keep an eye out for Keta. Let's have a look now. Your strategy for the race. Billy Boy has left the session as well. I think we are doing a session restart almost certainly. We shall just wait for, I think, Keta and Moritz, who are the two who really decide it. Let's see. Have to wait now. Let me just go and quickly check if we are doing a restart. 1 second, please. So I'm not sure exactly what is going on. Half the drivers think they've restarting the race, but Let's have a look now. Let's have a look to see what is going on exactly. I think more drivers are leaving the session at this moment in time. I think so. I think we are doing a restart. Let's just keep an eye out. Let's have a look. Yeah, it goes to 5 red lights though. But let's see. I think, yep, I think Keta, I think there is definitely going to be a restart. But let's just keep an eye. Yeah, Keta has retired from the session. A couple of drivers are leaving as well. So we'll be back in just a second. Sorry about that, but we should be back in just a minute. So, yeah. Hello, we are back. Sorry about that. Just making sure everything's all okay, all fine, everything's working. But, yeah, we are back for the race, hopefully. No one already up, and, oh, please, Panther, don't do this now. Oh, Panther's left, like, the worst period of time, because I don't think you get loaded in. So that's unlucky for him. If he can't get back in quickly, hopefully no one readies up, though. So, if no one readies up, he could be fine. But it just depends how long it's going to be. But I hope everything's going to be okay for him. Um, should be all good. But yeah, just have to wait for everyone to make their tyre decisions. Um, I imagine it's going to be a one stop for most guys, medium hard or hard medium. But you have to wait and see, obviously. But, yeah. Oh, and someone has readied up already. That is not good. So I don't wait. Panther has. I'm not sure. If Panther's loaded in, he can get back into the race before the end of the formation lap, hopefully. But it just depends because, yeah, it depends if his AI car is there. If his AI car is there, he can get back in. But if it's not, then he's going to be in big trouble. But I think it's looking good for him because it does show up that he is on the track and he is popped up as joining the loading into the game. So he should hopefully be back. If he, yes, I think he is. Yes, he is on the grid. So he will be in this race, and he has joined back in the session, so that is lucky for him. But let's have a look now. What tyres everyone on? Still all on medium tyres, and Baz has been disqualified from the session already. I thought he left the session. I thought we were going to do another restart. I was going to have a heart attack or something. But it's all fine. But, yeah, unlucky for Baz. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Maybe got hit or something. I'm not sure. But all on medium tyres. Interesting. But, yeah, here is your grids at the moment. I think someone has left the session. Yeah, it was Osborne, Sharon Osborne, has left the session. Well, not gonna play. So yeah, all Panthers left the session once again. He's having some connection issues. It looks like, but he should be able to race hopefully. But let's see. Will he be able to get back in? Let's see now. He will only have about a minute. So yeah, if he's going to make it on time. And if he does join back, he will be down the pack. And he has joined back in, though. So he could still make it for the start of the race. But let's see. Will he be able to make it? We're going out the final corners now. It's not really much to talk about on tyres, but all the mediums, though. So it looks like they're all going to go aggressive at the start. I'm surprised no one's going for a hard. Maybe a soft. Just be a bit different. They make their way up the pack. But, oh no. Unless some of them might try something different, maybe like a two-stop. But I don't think that's the way to go around here, unless they're safety cars. But let's see now. What will happen? J. Rupert lining up for his grid spot now. And you can see the Alfa Romeo kept following. Let's see his pump back into his car. Let's have a look. I think he is. It depends. Let's have a look. I think he's not ghosted, so I'm not sure. Does he ghost? Not sure. Let's have a ride on board. I really don't know at this point if he is on. It just really just depends. And Blaze has been disqualified by missing his grid spot. Rooney Mice has been missed his grid spot as well. And 80 lining up to the back of the grid now. Now here we go now. Here we go. 5 red lights for the LRL Spanish Grand Prix. Who's going to be offline? It's going to be lights out, and away we go. Looks to be a good start for our pole. This is J Repo, and Pat has got past Real New Meister already. Let's see now, heading down into turn 1. Keta has dropped the ball a bit. Pat could be on his right on his gearbox, but J Repo looks to be leading into turn 1. It's going to be his 3 wide behind. Let's see now who will be. There's a bit of carnage behind. The two McLarens have dropped back a little bit. J Repo has made his way up through the pack. Well, made for back is still leading now from Keta, from Pat, from Real New Meister. Panther is dropping down the field now. I think he is an AI, so I don't think he is joined back in the session. And he's left again. He's having proper connection issues at this moment in time. But let's see what will happen. Billy Boy makes his way past the AlphaTauri up to P5. So here we go now, throwing through the first section now. AT's made way pass. A good start from AT though. From the White Panther has. Oh, I thought someone retired. But AT has dropped back a bit though, made a really good start, but still up 2 positions now. With J Reaper now is going to be trying breaking the DRS at this point. He has pulled a 7/10 gap almost over Keta. So if he can open that by about 3/10 or so, he could be out of DRS range. But let's see now. Heading down into the chicane. Will anything else happen? Let's see a bit of a gap between Keta and Pat, almost a second already. Newmeister right on his gearbox, and Billy Boy a little bit further behind. But let's see. Here we go, heading down. J Repo leads the first lap by a 7/10 gap to Keta. Then it's going to be Pat, and then it's going to be Newmeister, then Billy Boy, and then the Alpha Tower, then Baz, and Moritz. He's made a really good start, up to P8 now, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening to Panther though, because he is sort of sticking with these guys at the back, but I'm not sure if what he is, if he's ghosted or not. But let's see. It's going to be a really interesting battle between these two, and they've already broken a second to Pat. This shows how quick they are, and I think they're holding up. Pat is holding up Newmeister and Billy Boy at this moment in time. Billy Boy's almost pulled a second on the Alpha Tower behind him, so it's sort of looking. It just depends if Newmeister and Billy Boy can get past Pat. If not, it'll just be a 2-horse race at this point. Keta versus J Repo, unless something happens from strategy or safety car. But it's going to be interesting now. As see Keta is now gaining his time back. I think just maybe a bit of low tire temp issues, and AT has dropped back behind DJ Room. So after a great start, it looked like he's dropping back through the field, almost into last place now. But this is going to be very interesting. See, Pat is losing so much time to these guys. 1.5 seconds, 1.7 now. It just depends. Keta sets a new fastest lap now with a 20.7. Just these Newmeister and Billy Boy have got to get past the Ferrari as soon as possible. We can see there's a battle going on behind. The Alpha Tower going defensive, but looks to be holding on. As battle between Blaze and Moritz, and I think Blaze has made that move, a good move now. AT's made his way back past the McLaren, but yes, he has made his back pass, and now it's going to be Mercedes now of Panther trying to go for a move. But I don't think he's close enough, is he? Let's have a look. He's going to go for a dive bomb. Let's have a look. No, he's not close enough now. But you can just see how much time Pat is losing to these guys. 2 seconds now. He's, Newmeister has to get past the Ferrari, but will he? Always run deep though. This could give an opportunity. I don't think so. Maybe it goes for a little bit of a look, but not close enough. But down the main straight will be his best opportunity without a really long DRS zone. But it just depends. They need to get past now. DJ Room is battling with Panther. Let's see who's going to make the move. DJ Room still trying to hold the inside, heading up the hill. He's going to have the inside for the next corner as well, but then Panther's going to have the inside. Let's see now. Panther holding it around the outside. Will he be able to hold it now? He's going to be laces on the brakes, side by side for the chicane. Panther gives him room, but he's going to make his way past up into P11 now after a slow start with that disconnect. And Newmeister gets past Pat, and now he's going to hunt after Keta and J Repo, who is staying in position at this moment in time. But he's going to... Let's see now. Let's see, can Newmeister pull out a gap over Pat? Let's see. Let's see a purple middle sector, first sector, for Newmeister. And yeah, looks like he will try and get back into DRS of the top two. And let's see now, will Billy Boy be able to get past Pat? He's only time up to P4, maybe go for his first podium, maybe his first win on LRL in just his second race. Let's see now, he's got a couple drivers behind him, Baz and Burkaps, right behind him. But let's see. Yeah, see, Pat has dropped a second already to Newmeister. He will not have the DRS going down the main straight at this point. He does gain a little bit of time back, but loses it. But yeah, he's just struggling for pace at this moment in time. Maybe on the heavy fuel loads, or just struggling overall. But let's see what will happen. Let's see. And Panther has dropped off the pack as well. You see, just struggling, I think. 2.5 seconds trying to get back into the mix. And we're going to see now a battle for the lead now. Catapults to the outside, but J Reaper holds it. And good defense, but yeah. And we can see now Newmeister trying to hunt down the top two now. And Billy Boy has not got past Pat at this point in time. So I think at this moment in time, And let's Billy Boy find some major pace. And there's yellow flags behind. It's Baz, I think, has had a spin. Yes, he's had a spin out of turn 3. And it's dropped down to last position. Just really, really unlucky there. But New Bus is slowly closing in, though. Very slowly, but he's going to have, you know, he's got to find loads of time, especially as he does have DRS. Sorry, I had to yawn there. But Pat now is really just being the cork in the bottle at this moment in time. You see about 3 seconds to gap to Keta. You know, just, you know, it's lapping his distance, though. You see, if you saw that second time, about 3,000 off his best. So really on there, but just not overly quick enough. Maybe should have done something different. Maybe put the hards on, try and make it up. Mediums at the end, but we have to wait and see. Let's see, will Billy Boy be able to go for a move? 7 attempts back. But it's going to be interesting to see, can he go for maybe a big send into turn 1? Let's see. I don't think he's going to be close enough. But he is gaining though. But no, it's not going to be close enough now. And will stay behind a Ferrari. But let's see, heading up to see, I think there's been another incident maybe, I'm not sure. Baz has got ahead of DJ and Moritz has had a spin out of turn 2. Oh. Looking pretty good after that good start, but just not worked out at this moment in time. It's now dropped down into last position. Panther is making way back for the field though, but still a 4-second gap to AT, and it's got the Alfa Romeo behind him. I'm still not sure though. Is that actually him? Let's have a look on board at his steering movement. Let's have a look. Definitely keep an eye out. I don't know. It looks quite AI, but I'm not sure. I think it might. No, that isn't really an AI mistake there. So I think it is him. He is still in that car. So he is still racing though. So he definitely has got back into the lobby. But let's see now. What will Keta do? Keta still half a second behind the Williams, who goes really defensive already. Let's see. Will he go for an attack? It looks close enough. He's going to pull out. He's going to go to the inside. He's going to go for a move up the inside, and Keta will make the move stick into turn 1, up into P1, and will now try and break the DRS train. But let's see now. Pat is still holding up Billy Boy and Burkaps at this moment in time. The Williams or Blaze still about 3 seconds behind AC, 3 seconds behind him, and then Panther about 3 seconds behind him. But let's see now. Panther is still closing in. They always run wide though, but luckily stayed. Well, got back onto track and has not spun, which is exactly what we need. Oh, Moritz has made him another mistake into the gravel trap. Oh, we spun again. Oh, no. Yeah, unlucky for Moritz, but yeah, now Keta is still not, he hasn't broken the DRS at this point in time. He's still trying to push. You see, he's up on his fastest lap at this moment in time. And Blade has retired from the session. The Williams driver has brought out a virtual or full safety car out onto the track, and this will help people like Panther and Moritz just get back into the train, and also Panther is. Wait, did I say Panther? I can't remember. Yeah, Noobmeister as well. He will be able to get into the field. Let's see. Joe Reaper goes into the pit lane now, and he will go. Will he go onto the hards? Will he go to the softs? What will he do? But both Aston Martins stay out. Billy Boy going into the pit lane now. Burkap's going to pit lane. 18 going into the pit lane now. The Panther going into the pit lane. Baz going into the pit lane. DJ Brun going into the pit lane now. Let's see. Billy Boy going onto the soft compound tyre. Let's see what J Reaper goes into the hard compound tyre. Burkap's going onto the medium compound tyre. This is really interesting. Who was going for the right strategy call at this moment in time? Let's see now. Panther going onto the soft tyres as well. DJ Rune, what's he going to go onto? The hard compound tyre. Who has a Baz going onto the soft compound tyre? It's a big mix-up. What is going to happen at this moment in time? You've got soft, medium, hard, soft, hard. And let's see what Moritz is going to go onto. Will he go onto hard? Will he go onto soft? Will he go onto another set of mediums? Let's see now. I think that is another set of hard tyres. It is. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh, a little bit slow stop, it looks like. But, yeah. He's got going, and he's going onto the hard compound tyres. But will this have caught out to the top 3? Because they will have to pit again. If there's no safety car, they could be in a bit of a pickle. Because, especially as they're all on medium tyres, they can't extend. And they can't put on like a softer compounded tyre. they have to go into hards or softs, and softs definitely won't make it, and they would have to extend these mediums really far into the race to go into the soft. So they will have the newer hard tyre, but they're going to be almost a pit stop behind if there's no other safety car, unless they can pull out some really good pace. But this is interesting. This could have forced out the top three of Pat, Neumeister, and especially Kessa. But we're going to have to see now. J Reaper now is going to be in a prime position, so is going to be Billy Boy, who most has to pit again, but will have the softest compound of tyre on his car. But let's see. Still got another lap of safety car. Still waiting for people like Moritz to catch the back, and I've taken another screenshot. I did not mean to do that. Let's see now. Team Canada still catching up the pack now, but it's an interesting call because it really just depends what's going to happen. If there is no other safety car, the top three on the soft runs will be in a bit of trouble because they might be able to get through the pack now on those softs, but will struggle. Will obviously have to catch up to the top guys by about 20 seconds or so. So like people like AT, Burkaps will have to pit again because he went from medium to medium, so he's sort of just in the middle as well. But people like AT, GJ Runa, Moritz, especially J Repo, will be in the prime position to get some really good points if they can just hold out on the hard tyres if there's no other safety car. But we're just going to have to see. Let's see now. Yeah. Bit crazy, but yeah. So I'm really tired, but yeah. Let's see. This crash of Blaze has really shaken up the field now. If Blaze didn't crash, J Reaper won't be in a great position. A safety car will be at the end of this lap. Now let's see. What will happen? Will J Reaper be able to jump? Will Billy Boy be able to jump? Will any of the top guys be able to jump up ahead of a couple drivers? But Keta will decide when to get this pack running. And yeah, let's see now. What's it going to be? It's going to get all the tyre temp up now. Although, some one advantage that the soft runners will have, especially at the start, is just their tyre temp. Like even the medium runners and the older ones just have a bit more tyre temp than the hard runners, especially like people like Keta who gets to start the pace. And he's going to go out of the final chicane now. And I think he's caught his teammate napping. Yes, he has. He has caught his teammate napping. But let's see now, heading down. A half-second gap at the moment, but slipstream all the way down. Keta will lead, followed by Neumeister, then Pat. Then let's see now. Yes, Billy Boy's going for a move around the outside of your effective race leader currently, and he has gotten past J Repo, and the Burkap's going to have a look around the outside of the hard-running Williams, and yes, he is in front of him now. He is falling down the pack now, but he will have the advantage later on. Oh, big dive up the inside, and White Panther's got past Baz, and he's going past AT as well, holding it around the outside. What a move from the Mercedes driver. 2 moves in 2 corners. This is really good stuff from the 2 Mercedes drivers, making their way up through the field now. And now let's see, will Billy Boy be able to have a go at Pat, who's been stuck behind for most of this race currently? And will Burkaps be able to have an advantage? Because he will be able to go. Oh, the Alfa Romeo of Baz goes wide. But let's see. Will Billy Boy be able to get past these couple of drivers? It's going to be interesting. And look how close he is. He's just on the gearbox. Now, but the 2 Aston Martins are leading. And there's a yellow flag behind. Oh, Panther spun. He's had an issue. He's got the car rolling, though. And he will keep on moving now. And disappointing restart from the Mercedes driver. He may look really solid initially, but just had an incident, I think. Now let's see now. Will Billy Boy be able to have a go at Pat? I don't think he will at this moment in time. Maybe though. He's going to pull out to the inside. Will he go for a move? I think he will. Yes, he will up the inside, up into the podium position. Now he's going to try and hunt down the 2 Aston Martins. But as we have to mention, he has to pit again. He can't get this off to the end almost certainly. But this is going to work out for him if he can just get track position now and get up through the pack. This is brought out some good racing though. Let's see now. Another driver to keep an eye on is Baz, who's had a slow restart, but still on those soft tyres. He got 2 of the hard runners in front of him, J Reaper and AT. But it's really close between the top 5. Actually, well, really most of the pack down to only Panther really a bit behind. But let's see now, will Keta be able to extend his advantage? I don't think anyone's got any time penalties yet, so yeah, looking clean this moment in time. But let's see now, will Billy Boy be able to break the DRS from behind, and will he be able to make his way through these next couple of drivers? And Burkap's right behind Pat, who is on a lot older medium tyres than the AlphaTauri. And let's see now, what will Billy Boy do? Because it just depends, will he pit as well? If it's going to stay out, he will have to drop round about where these two Aston Martin cars are. But could do something different, maybe go for a medium tyre and try and make his way through the field. And let's see now, Billy Boy is looking for a move up the inside. He's really using the battery. He has a look, but he doesn't get the moves done. A little bit too far back. He's pulled almost over a second already over Pat, who is just struggling on those medium tyres. But let's see now. Will the two Aston Martin have to work together, DRS each other? But let's see. Will Billy Boy be able to go for a move? Heading down into, well, anywhere really. Because I think he has to go for a move a bit somewhere different, because the DRS just, let's say it's a really good run off the exit turn of the chicane, or out of turn 9. He's going to have some issues getting past the two. And we can see Blaze has left the session. Yeah. Let's see now, what will he be able to do? Opening up the DRS once again. He will have no threat behind because he can push now. And just see what he can do now. We have to keep an eye behind as well, because Pat will be under pressure from Burkaps. And Jay Repo as well has made his way back through the field after a slow restart. But let's see now, what will happen now? And also the Team McLaren's keep an eye out on both P9 and P10. So, still running in points positions now. But do have Panther catching them. But let's see now, will Big Boy go through? Oh, the Aston's made a mistake going out the final corner. And let's see, will he better go for a move? Yes, he will. He's going to go side by side with him. And I don't think Newmeister has the DRS. No, he does not. He has made a mistake. And Billy Boy has got in front of him. Now he's going to be hunting down Kessa. And Burkaps is going for a move. And he's got past Pat. Now, let's see, what will Burkaps be able to do? I think he's on the most interesting strategy out of most drivers, just because he's on that medium compounded tyre. So he can sort of maybe extend, try and go for a medium, or go aggressive. Then put the hards on later on, a bit later on the other guys maybe. And then just, go to the end. But let's see, what will he be able to do? Jay Reaper's right behind Pat as well. He might be on the harder compound, but it's a lot newer. But let's see, will Billy Boy be able to catch Ketter at this point? I think he doesn't have the battery, definitely, because his red light is flashing. And I think his tyres might start going off, because the softs drop off really quickly now. And now Newmeister is going to be on his tail. And Ketter is just pulling the advantage now. And this is what Ketter wants, because he wants to pull out his battery gap, and then he's going to pit, most likely for a hard set of tyres, and then go to the end of the race. And we'll have to try and catch people like Jay Repo, who does not have to pit again. And also AT as well, keep an eye on AT as well. He's made his way into race-winning position, because he's the second driver in the train who does not have to pit. This is really making it interesting now. The man who starts from dead last now has a shot at victory through strategy. And Baz goes to the pit lane now. The first of the soft runners going into the pits. Let's see. No speed for the pit lane now. And Panther will make his way past now. But I think Panther is losing pace with the guys in front. Maybe just struggling with tyres. But let's see. What will Baz go on to? I imagine a set of hard compound tyres. Let's see what's going to be. Yes, it will be the hards. That is the tyre. Will get him to the end of the race. Along with the two McLarens. 80. And Jay Reaper has actually got past Pat. I didn't see that. But Jay Reaper has made his way back past Pat. And is now going to be hunting down Burkaps, who is on the medium tyre. Same age though. And Billy Boy now. Oh, I'm missing everything. Newmeister has got in front of Billy Boy. Those softs are dropping off the Mercedes. At this moment in time, he's going to have to pit soon to get rid of those softs and put on a set of hard compound of tyres, unless he has another set of mediums and want to do something aggressive. But he could maybe do something like that if he can ascend for a couple more laps, put another set of mediums on. But let's see now. Imagine these two Astons are going to pit soon. Otherwise they're just going to start losing time. But let's see. No pitting from Kessa this lap. Will Newmeister pit? No, he will not. And he's pulled a second on Billy Boy. He's made a mistake out of the second to last corner. And now Burkaps will make his way past. And now Jay Repo will have a look now with the DRS. Let's see, will he be able to get past both of them maybe? Having a look up the inside of one. He won't be able to get past the second one, but he makes his way up into P4. And now have a go at Burkaps. He will not have the DRS to the two Astons in front of him. But This is really shaking it up. The softs have dropped off a lot sooner than I've actually thought. I thought they would still have a couple more laps in them. But now, 18 was a mistake from Baz, I think, behind, who's had to spin out of the final corner now. Yes, he has. And this has just not worked out for him. And now, no safety car, but yeah, just not working out for the Aston Martin. Now, Panther, I think he's struggling now. Yeah, struggling. He's going to have to pit soon, I imagine, for a set of hard tyres. Maybe a medium if he has a new set. And now let's see now. DJ Room and Team McLaren's actually, they're not really, they're sort of in the middle of nowhere. But still okay points. Obviously a smaller field, but still some good points for both of them if they can hold it out. And I don't have to pit. So, if they could still be in some big points, if they just keep their head down. But let's see now what will happen. Let's see what will happen to Billy Boy. Will any of these top guys pit? Kessler won't. Newmeister won't. Will Billy Boy? No, he will not. J Repo still trying to catch Bullcaps at this moment in time, who has got the DRS of Newmeister now. So it's going to be starting a big train at this moment in time. And Pat decides to go into the pit lane now, the first of the ones who has to pit to go onto a set of hard compound tyres, and will go to the end of the race at this moment in time. Now let's see what will happen. He dropped down to P10, so second to last, but he should be faster than most of the guys who are on like 8-lap-old hard tyres. Like the Williams of J Repo, 80, and most likely faster than Billy Boy, who's on that hard, soft compound tyres at this moment in time. One Papa gets a 3-second time penalty for track limit, the first one to get a penalty all race long. So about halfway through, and we've only just got time penalties, but let's see. And Kessa sort of just pulling out the gap now, with 3 seconds now closing into, but yeah, he's just pushing along comfortably at this moment in time. His teammates sort of holding up the pack now, but let's see. Will Kessa pit this lap? Let's see. Maybe he extended one more like Pat. Let's see. Will he pit? No, he will not. He is extending, and Newmeister will pit. Heading down into the pit lane now. We'll be going for a hard set of compounded tyres, I believe, and has released Burcaps and J Repo now. And 3 seconds the gap is to the race leader between Burcaps, and 4 seconds between the next driver has to pit. This is nowhere near enough, I don't think, unless Kessler can put some real pace. Newmeister is exiting the pit lane now on the hard compounded tyre. Panther is entering the pit lane now, going on for a medium compounded tyre. Let's see, will that work out for him? Because the mediums seem to be quite durable at this moment in time. Pat will pass him, and will not pass Newmeister. And let's see now, what strategy will work out? And yellow flag into sector 1. What's happened there? Newmeister has had a spin. He has kept the car going though, and will I think still emerge ahead of Pat? Maybe. Let's see. Will he? No, he will not. Pat has got past him, and this is not worked out because he's going to lose so much time with that spin. Ketter is still pushing on now. Let's see. Will he be able to? Well, will he pit this lap, or will he still extend? Maybe go for a soft at the end. But that'd be a big stretch on these medium tyres. But let's see. We never know. He might do something different. But let's see. I imagine he will pit end of this lap. Let's see. Will he pit? Oh, a big moment there. But he will not pit. He is extending this stint. He is just trying to push on as much as possible now. And now, we'll lose time all the way down the straight just for that moment. And now Burkhouse will defend from Williams, but no real need at the moment in time. At 80, and Billy Boy will go into the pit lane now, onto a set of medium compounded tyre. Baz gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limits now. And let's see now, what will work? Will Billy Boy be able to continue on these medium compounded? Oh, Pat's had a big spin out in the last corner, just missing Newmeister. Both these guys struggling, I think, just on those colder tyres. But let's see now, Panther really committed now for that chicane. I think maybe we've got track limits there. Billy Boy will exit the pit lane now in P7 ahead of these guys. So the guys who were initially in front of him or around him, he's got ahead of those incidents and is on the newer, softer compounded tyre. So let's see, will this work out for him? And let's see now, Burcaps is now just sitting, well, in... Sorry. Well, I was going to say J Repo, sorry, is sitting right behind him. And AC has really dropped up the pace now, who I thought was right behind him a couple laps ago of J Repo, the only other driver in this top fight. He didn't have to pit apart from... Oh, he's made a mistake, I think. Yes, he has made a mistake. And that has costed a lot of time. Now, Jay Reaper's going for a move now on Burkaps. Let's see, he is sort of might be losing time at this moment in time. Pulls to the outside now. He sweeps around. He has all this contact. Burkaps has been spun around. And this is going to cost him big time. And this is not going to work out for him, but it's going to work out for Jay Reaper. It depends. Maybe there might be an investigation at the end of the race. But Keta has not pitted now. And Jay Reaper has been released to go for his second win of the season. And let's see, Numos has only fast up at 19.6. It's still pushing on. But it's going to be interesting now to see what Keta's going to do. I think he just has to go for something different now. If he goes to the hard tyres, there's no real point. The point is perfect point for a medium tyre, like people like Billy Boy and Panther. But it just hasn't gone the way of Keta at this moment in time. Maybe he's waiting for a safety car. But he's just going to be losing time in this moment. Although he's still keeping a good pace, actually. But we're going to have to see now. And also, this hard compound tyres on Jay Reaper will be a lot older than whatever Keta goes on for the next stint of his, I'd say career, of his race. And he's going to pull into the pit lane now, going into the pits. I imagine he'll be going on to a set of the hard compounded tyres. I cannot see the stock on the end. And Jay Reaper is now going to be leading the Spanish Grand Prix. 10 seconds is the next car behind him. He is really just going to be in a world of his own. If he can hold it without time penalties and just hold it where he is, it's only be up to Keta now, who's going to be on 12 lap newer tyres, but he's going to be down the pack behind the two McLarens. And let's see now, where will he come out? He will come out ahead of Billy Boy, but will be still a massive chunk behind anyone. Let's have a look now. Let's have a look. Let's see now. From the leader now, Keta is at this point 17 seconds behind the leader at this moment in time. So this is going to be a mammoth task for him to catch. And Baz has had the spin out of the last corner going into pit lane now. Will he retire this car? I don't know. Let's have a look. He might just, might just be on for a new set of tyres, but let's see. Let's see what he's going to do. I hope he doesn't retire, but we'll have to see. Panther now just sitting in P10 with the combat tyres. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on his inroads. I didn't really keep an eye on it, of if he is catching Pat. But Newmeister has dropped Pat definitely. There's only one lap old tyres Pat is compared to Newmeister, but it's dropped by 6 seconds already. But now let's see what will happen now. Heading into the next lap, you can see the Alpha leaving the pit lane now on medium compound tyre. Let's see now what will Burkaps, well, no, Jay Reaper will do. Burkaps 6.6 seconds behind him. Is it instant? I thought it was 10 seconds. I have to keep an eye on that. But let's see. Burkaps still has to pit though, because he hasn't used another compound tyre. But let's see. Heading into we're still going to catch that Alfa Romeo to get past him, but yeah, should be fine. But yeah, if Baz retires, so he's off down the pack now. All these drivers, apart from Baz at this moment in time, will score some points, so that is good. But let's see now. What will happen? Will Jay Repo still be able to hold on to his lead? Let's have a look what Keta is up to now. He has caught both McLarens now. Let's have a look what the gap is. I imagine it'd be something similar. Let's have a look now. About the same, about 16.9. So it is still a very similar gap. And he's going to be a lot newer tyres though. And he's going to be having a look at Moritz already. Let's have a look now. Both cars will have DRS, but he will go for a move. And it will go up the inside. And he will take that position, P5. Now DJ Roon is the next car in front of him, but he's got a 5-second gap to AT and 4 seconds to Burkaps, who still has to pit. There's only 7 seconds to the leader. Billy Boy gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. And he has really nice behind him though, Sissy behind him. He's might be on the hard tyres, but let's see now what will happen. Let's have a look. Will Keta be able to go for a move on DJ Room? I imagine he will be, using the battery, I imagine. And the McLaren is flashing, and yes, Keta will make his way past. Now, a mistake from AT though, going through the first chicane, and that will definitely cost him some time. But let's see how your race is doing. Still just sitting there, 6.6 seconds the gap, but yeah, Burkap still having the pit now, extending that. So imagine going to go onto a soft compounded tyre because he can't go into another set medium because he's already used only medium, so he has to go for either hard or soft, and there's no point going hards now. So Magic sending Ring is a 3-second time penalty, so we'll drop him behind Moritz at this point in time. But let's see. Let's see what Burkhardt will do. When will he pit? When will he go onto a set of soft compounder tyres? Let's see now. What Cat has to do? 3.2 seconds of the gap to AT at this moment in time. There's going to be 6 seconds to the next car. But it's going to be a mammoth climb for Keta. Not impossible though. Let's see what the gap will be. 15.6 seconds. So he is taking out a lot of time off the race leader. But will it be enough? Let's have a look at the lap times, hopefully, maybe. Nope. I'd like to see that at some point. Oh. Keta sets a new fastest lap now. We're 16.2. Let's see. G-River's best lap is 20.1, so it's still, I imagine it's over a second difference. DJ Room goes into the pit lane now. Interesting, they're going into a set of soft compounded tyres. Interesting. But let's see, will Moritz continue? I think he will, most likely, because we have to spend on those hard compounded tyres. How long will they last? Because they still have to do about 25 laps overall to make it to the end. That's not impossible, but it's going to be a mammoth stint. I didn't really realise that at this point in time. Obviously, I had a couple laps behind the safety car, but this is going to actually be a lot more of a struggle than I thought. I think a couple of the drivers thought to get to the end just on these hard compounded tyres, just because of how long they have to go. Obviously, we don't have any tyre wear, unfortunately, so we can't see what is what. But let's see what will exactly happen at this moment in time. Now, what is G-Reaper's lap times now? 20.7 for this lap. Now we have to just see what Kessa's lap time is going to be. As he closes on 80, 1.4 seconds the gap now. I think this is a good lap time because not really affected by slipstream, DRS or anything. So it's a, let's have a look now. Across the line now. It's going to be a 19.7. He is making some major inroads into the gap of Joe Repo. Let's see now. What is the gap now to lead? 14 seconds. He's going to need to find, with 10 laps to go, about 1.4 seconds a lap and pass Joe Repo to be able to continue for this win. But it just depends how quickly those hard will drop off for both drivers. Will Kessa's pace be able to keep up, or will Joe Repo's tyres drop off at the end? Or we'll have to wait and see. But Burkhardt actually sticking at a good pace. He's on a lot older mediums. Oh, same age tyres, but just on the medium tyres. Still keeping a decent pace to Joe Repo, but has to definitely pay again. But imagine he's trying to extend to be able to go into a set of soft compound tyres to the end with DJ Rune. But I think DJ Rune is maybe a bit ambitious, actually. A little bit too early, I think. But we're going to have to see now. 80 now versus Keta. Let's see which one of these. The Red Bull versus the Aston Martin. Honda versus Mercedes. Let's see what's it going to be. Who wins this fight? Obviously, AC on a lot older compound or hard compound tyres compared to Keta. Let's see now. Will Keta be able to get a good exit out of the final chicane? I think he will. And let's see now. Will this be a slam dunk move, or will AT go for the defence? Let's have a look. AT across the line, personal best, but still not fast enough. And Burkhardt goes into the pit lane now for a set of soft compound tyres. And AT will be passed by Keta now. And Mappa gets another 3-second time penalty. Now it's 12.8 seconds. I think Keta could do this. It is not impossible. We have to see now the gap. He's got 12.5 seconds. Another fastest first sector from him to catch Joe Repo. He's got 12 lap newer tyres at this point, and he's going to be able to push as much as he wants to the end of the race. We're going to wait and see. Burkhardt now, not far behind Billy Boy. A no time penalty and on the soft compound tyres. Yellow flags behind. That's Rule Newmeister. I think he's made a mistake. Yes, he has. He's spun. And Billy Boy's been posted up to P5. Burkhardt's up to P6. But something coming out is Moritz. He has only pitted once, so his hard compounded tyres. Can he go to the end? 5.5 seconds ahead of Billy Boy in P4. He's kept this race clean. You've had a couple of engines only wrong. But even if he does drop behind these two, he'll still be in P6 and will have a 9-second gap to Pat, who's also on the hard tyres. But this is going to be really interesting now. This is two fighters to keep an eye on. Keta now, across the line, 19.2. Let's see. So the gap is 11.6 at the start of this lap. We're going to have to see what's going to be able to catch up to. But at this rate, I think Keta will catch him but it just depends if he can hold this pace. If he can, then it's not going to be impossible. Let's see now. So we'll keep an eye on the gap now. And we can see Burkaps will make a move around the outside of Billy Boy, but Billy Boy will hold his nose around the outside. Oh, big moment for Burkaps. And Billy Boy does hold position. Good defence from the Minister of Defence, as he's known for the preseason test. But let's see now. Keta now is still closing in 6 tenths already just through the first half a lap or so. So let's see now what we'll be able to do for the slower corner section where the tyres become a lot more of a factor. Let's see now, really pushing the car through turn 9, heading into turn 10 now. He's already closing a second at this point in time. But we're going to see, I think, let's see what he can do. Joe Repo, though, still sitting nice, though. He can definitely, if he holds his pace, I think he could still win this race. But obviously it depends if he does drop off. But if Keta drops off as well, it's going to be, it's just going to be so close. Let's have a look now. Out of the final couple of corners. Now the gap is going to be 10.6 seconds. So Keta close into a second. That is not enough. That is nowhere near enough at this point in time. Keta might start losing his pace now. Just, you know, maybe losing the edge on that hard compounder tyre. It just depends. Will Joe Reaper be able to get these tyres to the end of the race? And let's see. This is still going to be interesting though. But is looking more and more into Joe Reaper's hands. Can he get back-to-back victories in this season? Burkap's going for a move. A lot easier move now. Past Billy Boy. And now hunting down Moritz for P4. And then AT next for P3. Let's see. And also, keep an eye out. Pat getting passed by DJ Rune around the outside. Pat does hold his nose in there. Very close, but DJ... Well, why say DJ Rune? Noob will make his way past up to P7 now. Now hunting down Billy Boy. 10 seconds of gap, though. So I don't think he's going to catch him at this point in time. Although he does have 3-second time penalty, but still 7 seconds to catch. But let's see now. Keta still 9.5 seconds at this point in time. So he's close to more than a second this lap currently. But let's see if he can find a bit more time. But it's still not going to be enough. He's going to need so much more pace. He's going to need... Let's have a look now. About... Well, it's going to be lap 28 now. It's going to be about 6 laps to go. 6-7 laps to go, I imagine. And he's just going to need 10 seconds. Like, it's just going to need so much more time than this. 1.3, I think, that lap. But it's just not going to be enough to catch Joe Reaper at this rate. It's just not going to work out now. Let's see now. Moritz now got that AlphaTauri in his rearview mirror. Burkaps has a new fastest lap, an 18.8. That is fastest man, obviously, by far. But let's see. Will he be able to catch the McLaren? I think he will, but will those softs hold on, though? That's the good question. But let's see. Niemeister now also still trying to close in now, but just not, you know, just too big of a gap at this moment in time. Billy Boy on this medium tyres. Now Billy Boy, I think, is going to get this thing to the end. But yeah. Let's see now, as White Band pits, once again going for a new set of soft compound tyres. I see why he's done that. Maybe trying to go for a faster lap, another point. But we're going to have to see now. I see Baz just sort of just at the back, maybe waiting for a safety car, but just hasn't come. And let's see now. What? If there is a safety car, that's going to really shake up the field, but doesn't look like it at this moment in time. But your leader's still sitting 8.3 seconds currently. But let's keep an eye on the battle we need to keep an eye on. Moritz and Burkaps now. And at this moment in time, it's 8 seconds to AT between Moritz and AT. Oh, you know what I mean. 8 seconds between the McLaren and the Red Bull. Burkaps, I don't think we'll be able to catch AT at this rate, so a podium has gone out the window. But still, P4 will still be a good result for the AlphaTauri driver. But let's see, what will Moritz do? Of course, only a couple laps left to go now. Let's see. Will he? He's going to go defensive. 5 laps to go. He pulls up to the outside, but nothing really Moritz can do. And Burkaps makes his way past up into P4. Let's see. Will he be able to catch AT? Let's see. But it's going to be a big task. And that's now it's Billy Boy's turn to try and catch Moritz. But of course, that's slower pace, although still on that medium compound tyre and a newer set. Let's see now. And the gap, 7.3 seconds, is not enough. Keta will not catch the Williams driver at this rate. As I've said so many times this race, I'm repeating myself. But let's see now. Panther now, sitting back at P10. But yeah, obviously just struggling afternoon for him with the issues at the start. But still be able to get up through the pack, up to P10. Let's see if we can get another point for fastest lap. But let's see. Yeah, let's have a look what we keep an eye out. So DJ Rune, I think still pace really catching Pat at this moment in time. Rodney Meister not really catching Billy Boy at this point. So I'm not sure really. I think the real battles to keep an eye out on. So obviously the lead, but it's not looking great at this moment in time. And 80 has had a spin though. He has rejoined the track and he's lost the podium position. This is really, it's just made a mistake out of the final corner. And well, second to last corner, I mean. And now it's going to be Morris's turn to try and take back P4. Let's see, will he be able to go for the move? I don't think so. But, warmer tyres, you know, overheating tyres over 80. So he's going to still struggle at this point. But this is still, now the battle's really kicked off now for 4th and 5th and maybe 6th if Billy Boy can get away into the field. Let's see now, Morris having a look but still not able to make a move. But looking good now for Burkaps now. If he can hold this gap on those soft tyres, if they don't drop off the end, he will take that podium position. But let's see. Heading back up to the top, guys. 15 seconds ahead. Keta of Burkaps. But still 6 seconds the gap with about 3 laps to go now. He's going to find 2 seconds a lap and pass him. So unless Jerry Repo gets a penalty at this point, it's looking good for the Williams driver to take his back-to-back victories in LRL. I forgot what I was going to say there. But it's going to be interesting though. Let's have a look at this big battle between 3 cars. Billy Boy has made his way into the DRS. He does have a 3-second time penalty, but still going to be an entertaining battle. I bet he's still going to fight much as he can to try and just take away much he can, even if it's not overall, maybe just on track. Let's see now. 9 times the gap's going to be between 80 and Moritz, but Moritz will get the DRS and will still make his way. We'll start closing in now, but not enough definitely than this lap. But let's see now. Heading down into turn 1. But yeah, look now, Billy Boy right behind Moritz now. But at this point in time, unless he pulls up 3 seconds, he won't be able to hold that position. But never let us see. Also, Newmeister keep an eye. He's definitely close some the gap down now. I think those mediums are dropping off Billy Boy. So if he gets within that 3-second range, I think he will still be able to go for a move. And you see Billy Boy right on the back of Moritz, sorry. But this is still gonna be interesting. So it could be over P7 if one of these guys gets Billy Boy gets another time bounty. Newmeister could still be able to get some more points. But it's, oh, he's going to have a look up the inside. Moritz just parking the bus. And let's see now, Billy Boy going for a move around the outside. Will there be any contact? No, there will not. Moritz getting his elbows out, a little bit of contact. But Moritz will hold the position now, really just parking the bus at this point. 2 laps to go now. The gap for the lead, 4.7 seconds. It is not enough. Jay Reaper is looking better and better and better. But will this still work out for him as long as he doesn't get a time penalty or have an incident? It could be fine. Let's see, Burkaps now on 7-lap old soft, not closing in on these top guys, but just sitting there in P3, best he can do at this moment in time. And Billy Boy will go for a move up the inside of Moritz. Will he make the move? Yes, he will. Up into P5, and there is a yellow flag in Sector 2, and it's Kessa. Kessa has had a spin. That is it. He's broken his front wing. This has put a big exclamation mark on this race. Will Kessa even finish on the podium at this point? The gap is, what's it going to be coming out of the final, this corner? We'll see what's it going to be. It is going to be 13 seconds, but Kessa will be significantly slower with that broken front wing. Can Burkaps take away P2? Will AC be able to get back onto the podium? Will Billy Boy be able to get another position? And will Moritz be able to get another one? It's going to be so interesting. And Newmeister now has really started to close in on these guys now. 4 seconds. He could still get past Billy Boy. This is really shaking things up with 2 laps to go. Now heading into the final lap now. Will Keta fit? No, he will not. He's going to commit this into the final lap. But it's looking really good for Joe Repo, getting the strategy right. Now he's just got to cruise. He just doesn't have to spin his point. Even if he gets a time penalty, he'll be fine. Just got to cruise until the end of the race. But let's see now. Will Keta still pushing on, but I'm not sure actually. Will Keta be able to keep on pushing now? Probably gets another 3-second time penalty. Still pushing on now. But let's see now. I'm not sure. It's not looking what Burkaps needs at this moment in time. I think, oh, he's gone deep though. If he, oh, big moment. If he, long as he keeps on track, he could still hold on to this. But here is the man who's basically been fighting for the race until that first safety car, got strategy, what he wanted with that one stop. He's got the hearts to the end of this race. This has been a near masterclass from this man after the safety car. Had a struggle on the restart, but got back through and just held on. No mistakes at all. Out to the final corner. He's going to make it back-to-back victories in LRL. J Repo will win the Spanish Grand Prix. Across the line he goes now. What a drive. And I don't think Burkhardt will catch it. No, he will not. Keta will make it. Just like with a broken front wing, will make it to the end in P2. A man who took pole position has just done the best he could at this point. Couldn't really catch Repo at the end. But Burkhardt will take the podium position, followed by AT in 4th place after that spin. Billy Boy on track 5th. Moritz in 6th. And yes, Newmeister has caught up to both of them. He hasn't got past Moritz, but Billy Boy has dropped down to 7th place. Pat in 8th. Gigi Rune will be in 9th. And White Panther will take your final point in 10th position. And Baz will finish in P11. Wow. Okay, maybe not as crazy ending, but still really, really interesting. Amazing place from J Reaper all race. Especially to Newmeister as well. Obviously, older Hards than his teammate just closed in at the end and has got ahead of Billy Boy. But yeah, wow. And Baz crossed the line now to take P11. But what a drive from J Repo. Wow, just wow. Have a look at the celebration for the podium. AT gets driver of the day. Gotta give it to AT from last on the grid. Made it up to P4. Could have been a podium if he didn't have a mistake, but still an amazing drive from the Red Bull driver. Now we're just going to wait to see the podium results. But, wow. What a race. Here we go now. Here's your race winner. Once again, it is J Reaper in the Williams car. Followed by Ketter once again, the same 1-2. But this time Burkhardt on the podium in P3. So, yeah. A6 trophy up now. And this is exactly what Williams need as well. Extending their lead, I think, in the constructors. I might be wrong if they're not leading or not, but still. Let's see now. But yeah, amazing result from both, all the drivers as well. Kessler making it to the end, and Burkhardt just just holding on, with those tyres. But let's have a look now. It's going to be Jerry Pro, once again your winner. Then it's going to be Ketcher and Peter. Burkhardt with the fastest lap in P3. There's 80 from 12th to 4th. Moritz from 10th to 5th. Great drive from both AT and Moritz, and also Burkhardt as well. Rooney Meister dropped on the field, but still good pace. Just unlucky with strategy. Billy Boy in 7th, Pat in 8th, Gigi Brune in 9th, Pat in 10th, Baz in 11th, and Blaze, only DNF in 12th. So, quite a crazy race, but big thank you for everyone who watched the stream, everyone who raced. And that's going to be it for your stream, of course. But we will see you next week for round 3 of LRL. So big thank you for watching. I hope to see you all soon. So thank you and goodbye.